Hello guys, here are 10 random facts about Korea that I noticed after moving there. Hello guys, I'm in Kyoto right now and I found a list about things that my roomie and I wrote down that we noticed that was a little weird or curious or that we thought was a little funny about Korea or Koreans that we noticed after moving. As time passes, you kind of get used to these things, but I found the list now and some things still startle me. I'm in Japan right now since a few weeks and sometimes I'm like, oh, in Korea it would be like this because there's so many Korean tourists here. Sometimes you even encounter notifications where you know, I think this was written for Koreans. So here come the 10 random facts that we wrote down that made us wonder a little. Fact number 1 is the garbage on the streets. There's not a lot of public garbage bins around everywhere. Sometimes or often you can throw away garbage at underground stations or train stations. But on the streets there's not a lot of public trash bins. So what people do as the day passes and it gets dark outside, at some point someone will start a little area and just puts their takeout cups from coffee shops or their cup chicken or whatever and start piling them on random spots on the street. So as you walk the streets there's piles of trash, random piles of trash everywhere. When I was still in Germany, I remember that one of my Korean friends was like, wow, it's so clean here, the streets are so clean. I was like, no, it's really not. Like Berlin. I don't think Berlin streets are that clean. There's a lot of used smoked up cigarettes lying around and stuff like that. It's not that dirty, but I never considered it to be particularly clean. Yeah, upon moving to Korea, I understood what she was saying. If you compare it to just random piles of trash, it's really piles of trash that you have on the street. In Daegu, in the shopping streets, sometimes they started building trash disposal stations where basically huge trash bins where you can throw away your takeout cups and stuff like that. But they don't have that everywhere, and yeah, so I think for me it was really hard, or for us, my roomie and I and other people too, to do that too, to just put trash on the street. Even if somebody already started the trash pile and somebody always cleans it up, I mean it's gone the next morning, but still it's just weird for us to put trash on the street like that. I feel really bad and wrong because we were taught when we were little that's not what you do. You don't put your trash on the street. So yeah, that's something I think I will never get used to. Yeah. Trash on the street. Super random fact number 2, the traffic lights. When you're in Korea and you see people running towards the street because the lights are about to switch from green to red, there's a reason for that. Once the lights are red, they stay on red for, I don't know, really long before they switch back. It's crazy, especially in winter when it's really cold, you really don't want to wait. And you see a lot of people running, when there's usually a countdown, there's dots that tell you how long the light remains on red or green, or sometimes the light is blinking shortly before it switches from green to red. So yeah, you see people running like crazy to make the street, and you want to do that too. Just run. You don't want to wait. Seriously, you're gonna wait for a while. Just run. Random thing you notice when you're in Korea number 3, people spitting on the street really casually. If in Germany someone spits on the street, usually people are quite disgusted and it's not somebody that you want to hang out with, but here just everybody does it very casually. It seems to be completely normal to spit on the street. Sometimes people do it in a little more quiet manner, you basically just see the spit coming out when you look at it, but you wouldn't notice if you wouldn't look at them in that moment. But then there's the other times where they try to get everything they have in their throat from their stomach up. You hear someone standing away 300 meters from you and you see them getting everything they have in the abyss of their body and trying to spit it out. And yeah, that's apparently quite normal. And yeah, my roommate and I and other people too, we just sometimes started to love, but actually we were quite disgusted. And this is not just guys or old people or something. I even saw girls casually spitting on the street again. Usually the ones I saw do it without the sound. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if you travel to Europe or somewhere, just don't do that. That's not, no. Please don't. Fact number 4, and something you might want to know before you come to Korea, is the pushy elderly people, especially on the underground. When I say pushy, I mean literally pushing you. It's not just the underground. I even sometimes have people at Daiso or in a supermarket where, like in Ajuma, I'm just standing there and there's literally a radius from a meter space around me, but sometimes they just feel like they have to put their arm against you and push you to the back to make way for themselves, because they want to go there and the way around would be too long, so they rather push someone away. Apparently that's how you do it here. There, I'm in Japan. I noticed this the first time even I went to Daegu. It wasn't my first time coming to Korea, but I didn't remember that from the first time I was here, but I didn't really ride the underground or public transportation that much when it was crowded. It wasn't even crowded when I arrived at Daegu, but I had my huge suitcase with me. And you know, just because someone is pushing you doesn't mean you get in faster, especially because there's people coming off, and if you have a suitcase, like 23 kilo suitcase, that is quite big, you're not gonna get it in if people are just getting off. I was trying to lift it inside and people already started pushing from the back, and I was like, ugh, it's not gonna go faster. If anything, it just makes it harder to get that thing in there. Then there's other times when you want to get off, you know, you stand up from your seat because you want to get off at the next stop. You go towards the doors that are gonna open and get ready to get off. Some cute looking little granny was suddenly not so cute anymore when she suddenly just pulls you on your jacket to the back. I didn't even know she wanted to get off. Just pulled me to the back so that she can get off before me. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Yeah, I really don't like it though. I once took the bus with my friend who is Korean. It was quite a long ride and she wanted to sit down because she was quite tired from the day. But if there's no seats in the back of the bus, she doesn't even want to sit down, because if she sits down in the front of the bus and when older people get in, they want you to empty their seat, which is no problem, you can get up, but they're gonna say something or be a little pushy again, and she really doesn't like that, and nobody likes that. That's what I don't understand. Everyone, it's not just me being a foreign student or something. All my Korean friends, they're like, they don't understand why people are so pushy and rude, kind of. So even they want to avoid that if they can. So yeah, inside the train, on the train stations, shopping malls, on the street. On the street it's not so much, depending maybe on the market, but usually shopping somewhere on the train. If you stand in the way that they want to go, they want to go straight, you might get pushed to the side or pulled somewhere. Yeah, that's pretty normal, unfortunately. Random fact number 5. The sounds that people make when they eat. In Germany, or I think pretty much in every Western country, it's quite rude if you make a lot of sounds, or not even rude, but kind of annoys people if you make a lot of chewing sound or slurping while you're eating, or if you open your mouth while you're chewing. In Korea, it's not unusual that you make some sounds while you eat, like slurping your ramyeon or your soup and getting really close to the table to slurp your soup off the spoon and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't even think it's annoying or rude or something, because it's just normal here. And the slurping, the noodles and stuff, I kind of knew from Japan. It's quite normal. Even when people just have candy in their mouths, sometimes it's like, But I guess that's just a sign of, this is delicious. So yeah, I obviously don't even notice it that much. But some of the exchange students in the beginning, they kind of made some comments about that, like, why is everybody chewing so loud? I honestly don't think that they chew that loud, but the slurping, yeah, I hear that a lot. But again, it doesn't really bother me. I think when you go abroad to a different country and you learn about their culture and adapt, then it's normal. Just see you next time. Bye!